our Girl Scout executive director at the time resigned, and she had been for a long time as executive director. And we were in the middle of everything, camp and everything. And Charlotte Hill was coming in as the new president. I was going out as a new president. She was coming in. And I said, okay, Charlotte, why don't I take over and run the camp, get it started, and we'll hire a camp director and everybody that we needed to hire. But anyway, in the meantime, we've got all these girls ready to go to camp. So we get them up to camp, and then I decided that we would have camp for our black community had never been at camp, and our girls. So I said, why don't we have a camp for them? So we took them up to camp, and of course, I had, to be really careful because somebody had told them there were bears up there. And I said, there are no bears, but I will stay up there with you during that week so that we will take care of things. And of course, we had to hire nurses, camp directors, counselors, caretakers. And when I said, where do the caretakers stay? Well, we had no place for caretakers, so I went to the community college. I said, can you build me a house if I find somebody to buy the lumber? So I found Showboat bought the lumber, and Carolyn Sparks' dad worked there, so she was with the Girl Scouts at that time too, and she helped me get that done. So they built me a whole 2-story house, and then I had a whole group of volunteers that came in and redid the whole camp for us. I mean, just as volunteers, they were wonderful. They cleaned everything up, they put in new equipment and did everything. And then I decided that the kids at the Helen J. Stewart School were really handicapped too. So I really took them up as a whole camp. And my oldest son was in the Forest Service at that time. So I said, Mike, why don't you come over and talk to the kids and put on your Smokey the Bear outfit and come over and talk to the kids. So he did that. One of the little kids came up to him and he says, I know who you are. Mike says, I'm Smokey the Bear. He says, no, you're Mike. He says, how can you tell? He says, because of your shoes. So anyway, but you think of all the things that you do and all of the experiences these kids had at the time. And it was wonderful because we made it available to more children in the community, and they all got to see what it was like in the mountains and enjoy everything, and that there were no bears to get them.